Yo, what's up? It's Kero One. I just wanted to talk about this new thing that I just got in the mail from Native Instruments. It's called the Machine. It's my new little toy. And just wanted to drop a review, an honest review about this new toy. I know there's a lot of you guys working on MPCs and your beat machines and are possibly considering the change. And so I just want to give you my insight into what I've discovered about this thing here. So first off, I don't really think there's anything that can rival the Machine in terms of being a hardware and also incorporating the software side of things. Right now, as of 2010, there really isn't anything else out there. So until now, I don't believe the MPC has had any threat, in terms of having a hardware controller. So, you've heard No ID, DJ Newmark, all these guys are talking a lot of good stuff about it. And I don't disagree, there's a lot of good things. But there also are some negatives that I found too. So first off, the positive things. Just like the MPC, you've got features like note repeat, where you can just hold down the button and set it to a certain timing and it'll just do it right in sync. That kind of stuff would be great for live performances. So applying effects and pulling up sounds and patterns on the fly. It's really quick. It's not like the MPC where you have to wait a long time for just one sound to load up. This thing is packed with sounds. It's got like, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of sounds, and it's all divvied down into categories: drums, bass, guitar, snare, kick, and you can just pretty much scroll through it and audition these sounds on the fly. So if you play a sequence and you hear a drum pattern, you can change the snare on it just on the fly by kind of just loading up the next style of snare one by one. So that's a really cool feature. I mean, the thing with this is that you can pretty much lay down ideas, just like that. It's not like as slow as some of the older hardwares, where you have to sit there and wait and let the next beat come up. I definitely respect that they're not ignoring the classic hardwares. So they basically have an emulator inside here where it'll copy the sound of SP1200 MPC, and it'll apply that to any sound that you want here. So you can actually have it give that extra kick or punch like an SP12 would do to your sounds. The other thing is that when you're working inside the sequencer, you can actually drag and drop the MIDI patterns or the audio, or the MIDI patterns and turn it into audio and drag it right into your DAW. So now we're on to the negatives. As of you know, the latest update, which was 1.51, these are the things that I found to hinder kind of what I'm looking for inside a machine. You know, in relation to the drag and drop feature, it doesn't actually copy the effects and, you know, the emulation such as the SP12 that you decide to put on any sound. When you drag it over, it sounds like a completely different thing. So that feature may not be for you if that's what you're looking for. The other thing is that I noticed that in terms of quantizing, you know, sometimes you want to quantize a snare at 1/8 and you want to quantize a kick at 1/16. Unfortunately, I found that you couldn't do that with each individual sound. There was a workaround that I found where you drop the different sounds into each group. There's about 8 groups here, so that leaves you with 8 different quantization possibilities. So you could do that, but it's kind of a pain. So I don't know if there's another way to do it. From all the research I looked at, I couldn't find another way. Also, the other thing is that this can sample. The only drawback is that, you know, unlike all the DAWs out there that sample 24-bit or have that option at least, you can't do the same thing with this. You can't sample at 24-bit. So for some of you, it probably doesn't matter, but you know, for the audiophiles and the heads that are really serious about their bits, you're not going to get 24-bit. The other thing is that when you're controlling other sounds, you know, other Native Instrument sounds, the machine actually isn't capable of integrating that seamlessly. You have to do some workarounds to get that working. So if you're into Native Instrument sounds, then good luck to you. The other thing is that the machine is also able to be a standalone controller. So when you press Shift Control on this pad, you can, on this machine, you can turn it into a standalone, like a MPD32 or whatever from AKAI. You can basically control different sounds, but you know, the problem is that it's really not user-friendly as far as what I experienced. I mean, maybe you guys, you know, some of you guys might be like more technically savvy than me, so yeah, it was just, there was a high learning curve. I tried to figure out, there's a bunch of parameters and freaking, you know, pages and templates and flux capacitors and all kinds of crazy stuff, so I couldn't really like get that down easily. And one other problem that I found was its integration with Pro Tools. I'm a hardcore Pro Tools user. That's pretty much all I use and all I know how to use. And when I started getting to more complex songs and patterns and things, integrating this with Pro Tools, I noticed that it would stutter a lot. There would be kind of like double notes being hit. It was a disaster. So if you're on Pro Tools and you're thinking about getting Machine, I'd probably suggest against it until they fix those problems. However, I heard with Ableton Live and some of these other programs, which are better at making music with anyway, the Machine is actually seamless. So if you've got those programs, I don't think you'll see any problems. So overall, my final thought is that the Machine is, you know, if you're not using Pro Tools and you're on Ableton or Logic or whatever, and you're looking for something that, you know, rivals the MPC and takes it to the next level with integrating, like, you know, all this technology out there, except for 24-bit, then Machine, I think, will definitely be for you. It's something, wow, it's really pushing the envelope, and I've been waiting for something like this to come out on the market. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about what they're going to do. I'm excited about what other companies are going to start working on, because this is the future, in my opinion. So there you have it, Machine, Kero One. Check out my website, KeroOne.com, for more of my music and more about me as a producer. Peace.